Hi there, I'm Tara, your host, and this is Amazing Milestones, where we talk about anything and everything that has to do with pregnancy and new motherhood. Today's hot topic is sleep. Do you need more of it? Is your baby getting enough? Walk into any bookstore and the shelves are stacked with sleep strategy books from end to end. But which one works? And is one strategy better than another? And shouldn't our babies just fall to sleep naturally? I wish. Well, today we are going to go talk to Dr. Rochowski. He has helped many families find that much needed rest. Hi, Dr. Rochowski.
Hello.
Welcome back to the show. I am happy to be back in your beautiful waiting room.
Thank you.
I was really looking forward to talking about today's subject. So first of all, a baby that is a good sleeper, does that really exist? And what does that mean exactly?
Yes, it does exist. Most babies have, almost all babies have the capacity to be good sleepers. You just have to train them how to become a good sleeper. A good sleeper is a baby that has been taught how to soothe himself or herself. That's a baby that is able to fall asleep automatically or very shortly after you put it to bed. It's a baby that sleeps at least 11 to 14 hours per night, and depending on the age doesn't wake up or wakes up maybe once. And it's also a baby that, again, depending on the age, will have 2 to 3 naps per day, each at least 45 minutes long.
Okay, so based on your answer, it's official. My daughter is not a good sleeper. Thank you very much. What about bedtime routines? Are they important?
I think they're essential. Bedtime routines allow the baby to channel its fatigue into productive sleep and restful sleep. We know that sleep deprivation is cumulative. We know that babies don't sleep, have difficulties catching up on sleep. We know that if they don't sleep, they get cranky, tired. And ironically, more a baby is tired, more is it difficult for a baby to fall asleep. When me and you are tired, we feel tired, we fall asleep. Babies don't do that. Tired babies have much more difficulty to fall asleep.
So if your baby doesn't nap really very well during the day, it's false to think, oh, she'll just, have a great sleep tonight and catch up.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, the most common cause of a baby that suddenly starts waking up in the middle of the night is bad naps.
Okay, that's interesting. Well, what would you recommend as a good bedtime routine for a baby?
A good bedtime routine starts with the ability of the parent to recognize first signs of fatigue. Very often parents will put their babies to sleep when the baby's tired, crying, rubbing its eyes, and these are late signs of fatigue. It's actually quite much more difficult to put your baby to sleep when your baby is showing late signs of fatigue. So what you have to do is within an hour and a half to 2 hours of being awake, you have to start looking for those first signs of fatigue. What are they? Well, look at your baby. If your baby is becoming less vocal, if your baby starts looking around much less, it's sort of focusing in the distance, if the eyes start becoming hazy, if your baby starts moving much less, kicking less, well, these are first signs of fatigue. And this is at that point you pick up your baby and you bring it to the bedroom. Now the bedroom needs to be quiet. You you put the shades down, the music goes down. So once you've brought your baby to the bedroom, you can feed it, you can rock it, you can sing him a song, you can read him a book. And then once he's becoming much more soothed and quiet, you put him to bed. The bed has to be very simple. The crib has to be simple. White mattress, no toys, no distraction. A baby needs to sleep in the bed. It cannot be distracted in bed. You kiss him, you walk away, and you do not open the door till your baby falls asleep.
Even if the baby starts crying?
Absolutely, yes.
That's the hard part.
It is, I realize that, yes.
Well, what about what your baby eats? Will that influence how they sleep? For example, a baby that is breastfed versus a baby that is formula fed, will one sleep better than the other?
No, breastfeeding or bottle feeding doesn't really affect the quality of sleep. Having said that, for babies with colic, there are certain dietary interventions that you can do, such as probiotics or using hydrolyzed or formulas. And we know that these dietary interventions can alleviate symptoms of colic and help your baby sleep better. But for non-colicky babies, there is no difference between breastfeeding, bottle feeding, or introducing solids a little bit earlier.
Okay, it's great advice. A little bit hard to follow maybe for some parents, but I think absolutely the right advice. Thank you very much, Dr.
You're welcome.
Rochowski. Well, I don't know about you, but I am ready for some much needed rest. Next time, we're going to talk about life after baby, but from a dad's point of view. That's right, it is the episode for all the fathers and fathers to be out there. So take care of yourself, and until then, sleep tight.